I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly, I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door. Shit. Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long is this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck. They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Keep looking. He's got to be here somewhere. Nothing to report. Checking out.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Must be nearby. Fucker could be anywhere. We've got someone down. Any sign of the target? Not seeing anything here. Moving elsewhere.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Landed a shot! Careful! Shots fired! Oh God, oh God! Damn it! Where's my backup?
Shots fired! Shooting! I'm a shot!
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Fucking hell, we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the town conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine?
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Our protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. You?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work? Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The Plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. Zero Day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my God.
Explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused.
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec. Terrorist responses mail force. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
As Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the deployment.
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a
reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply support any other story.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Toad! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control.
Menu narration. Menu narration.
They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
situation is worse than I thought. Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board. Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause. DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Sure.
Auto drive now enabled.
London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, and Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. It seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Blue so easy to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all notes confidential. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. They don't even necessarily need to be super smart television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
Auto drive.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
A manual override to the secret entrance? If I get to hack some nodes later, I'm gonna geek out.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Look at that. Abracadabra! Oi, anyone here? Where are the lights at?
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
No, not that. Sabine sent me.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Cool.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and... Oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London? Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
All good question, but if DedSec didn't do the bombings, who did?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton... Well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call. Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Holy shit. How did you get out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
These days, DedSec's about as well loved as a French football team. This shit is so cool, but, well, it's kind of a massive risk.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Who am I kidding? Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit. We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact.
Start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Just like that. You're getting it. Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. Nice one. Couldn't have done that better myself.
There's only one more skill you need to master. Socialization. The rest of your team has arrived. Why not go and have a chat?
Welcome to DedSec.
Oh, yes. I'm ready, willing, and able to serve.
What's good, mate?
I still can't believe we're DedSec. Shouldn't we have a mentor or something? One that's not a computer?
Whatever. I've always been more of a hands-on learner myself.
Now that you're all as thick as cyber thieves, Sabine would like to talk to you.
Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
Sure, but can't we just take all the arseholes out and... ta-da! Problem solved.
Albion PMCs have occupied this city. Anyone they don't like gets locked up and beaten.
We have another problem on our hands. Clan Kelly's growing in the vacuum Albion's made.
Fair, but remember that this zero-day hacker group is still out there. They took out DedSec once, and it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
First order of business. The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the leading edge. Of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
Bloody have the smoke.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself.
What is going on here?
Is that any way to greet your new boss? I'm fucking with you, come on. Everyone knows DedSec doesn't have bosses. Think of me more as a cool older brother that you occasionally have naughty thoughts about.
No, no, no. Do not like.
Hey. I'm just a boy, standing in front of a resistance group, asking them to let me beat up some dudes with a sledgehammer for them. Is that so wrong? Is it?
Fuck, alright, I guess.
Fuck yeah! See you out there, you... whatever your name is.
I've located an interesting potential recruit for you. They claim to have...
Please tell me you're from DedSec. If you don't tell me you're from DedSec, I think I might actually be crazy.
I'm with DedSec.
Oh, thank God. I barely got out of that horrible place, and then I got contacted by a Bagley. But it was being really rude, and... yeah, it just didn't seem real. But it is real, isn't it?
Whoa. Be cool. What's going on?
Well, I don't know, like... everything's fuzzy. Like, I just need a while to get my head right. The rude Bagley said you had a safe house I could use. I'll help you out in the meantime.
Welcome to the team.
I've marked a potential recruit for you.
Someone told me you're looking for DedSec.
I know who you are. You can hide in plain sight from most people. Most people don't know what to look for.
So, do you want to fight? Not me, just in general. For DedSec.
Look, I've never really been into team sports, but I'm gonna be here for a while. And the truth is, I like your bartender. I used to help her out on a sort of contract basis. I could do the same for you. If you want.
Hell yes.
Hoped you'd say that. See you in the field. Say hi to Connie for me.
Visit an Albion recruitment station today and find out.
All right, I'm flagging a new recruit for you, but you have to promise not to make a mess in your pants when you hear who it is.
Go on.
It seems none other than Aiden Pierce has made his way to London, and apparently he's a friend of Connie's. Is there anyone she doesn't know?
Could use a mate like that. Let's recruit him.
Hooray! Another friend to raise hell with. Welcome to DedSec.
I must say... I'm rather looking forward to the experience. Let's go hunt some baddies.
Lovely.
Bloody sod! Get lost! Definitely not sticking around in bloody rats. Taking deep breaths. Fuck's sake! I don't want to get involved. Fucking twat! Got to be joking. Hey, over here! I refuse to put up.
We've been needing talent like you, cuz. Glad you joined the fight.
Oh, yes. I'm ready, willing, and able to serve.
Sick.
Welcome to the team. Hope you're ready for this.
Banging! I'm gassed. When do we start bashing heads in?
Nice.
I'm glad to be out of that. This is nice. Ah, this should help me blend in. Well, at least it doesn't scream test subject. Better than what I had before. Glad to be out of that. This is nice. Ah, this should help me blend in. Well, at least it doesn't scream test subject.
always bloody happen. There's no need to get so angry.
Well, I'm so fucking down. Just calm. Until some fella started in with a mega. Got everyone organised.
All citizens are required to report any unlawful behavior to Albion personnel.
Access to this data makes huge tech companies like Bloom so much more powerful than they would be otherwise, and not just in the obvious ways. Of course, there's a lot of worry and fear over what they can do with the data. They can track anyone, find anyone, see what every individual is doing at any point in time. But I think there's even deeper reasons why this data empowers these huge companies to control our society and make us do things. So lots of predictive technologies which are implemented by these tech giants. It's not only interested in knowing what we're going to do, but influencing the patterns of our movement. So technologies might suggest routes to use in the city, places to go, restaurants to go to, cafes to go to, music to listen to. And these suggestions are not just predicting what we might like to do, they're actually influencing the way citizens move, think, eat, meet, and use their city as a space. So London has become a place where a small group of surveillance capitalist companies like Bloom can control the movements of individuals and orchestrate the way they move around their city and the way they essentially live, the things they do, the things they enjoy, and the life they lead. So we're really kind of outsourcing our decision-making, I would say, to a huge corporate capitalist company, and that's something very, very scary about that indeed. All these technologies can be used to not only influence us to act as the perfect consumer, but also to prevent us from doing radical and revolutionary things. So technologies in foreign nations that have been used are things like heat map features which show where populations are gathering. In-game rewards can be offered to people to take different routes, things like that. Traffic data can be manipulated to prevent people gathering and protesting. Isn't that much better? I'm glad we understand each other.
Here.
In The AR reconstruction should allow me to use various sources of surveillance data to rebuild past events. Access a data relay, and I can scrape all the metadata for this area.
Let's see what they see.
That's it. Now, let's take this autocratic wet dream for a test drive.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Oh my days, this kind of thing could help us out big time.
You're right. We definitely need this extremely cool thing I want for investigating Zero Day. Shit! For some reason I can't clone it to our servers. Alright, access the network here and let's see if we can't find out where to nick one. That's the CTOS up there. Aha! The SIRS has deployed this technology at their HQ, and I've just nabbed their manual on how to set up the system. Now, Scarpa, you can't steal their toy if they throw you in the gulag.
How are we supposed to get this AR stuff?
The program is hosted on a server that's on the roof of SIRS HQ. All you have to do is grab the whole thing, then take it to a few high-density locations so I can recalibrate it to the DedSec network and clone my own version.
Yeah, that's cool, but how am I supposed to get the server off the fucking roof?
We need to find someone with access to a cargo or construction drone that can fly it off of there. Perfect opportunity to recruit a heavy lifter to the cause, I'd say.
So what exactly makes someone a heavy lifter?
Well, let's put our thinking caps on, shall we? Now, who in London would have access to a construction drone? Could it be a construction worker?
Obviously, robot prick.
Not so hard, was it? There's an active construction yard nearby. I dare say you'll probably be able to find a construction worker to recruit there. Here's the coordinates.
The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in the corner and cry.
That's it from the Bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret it is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And you do not tell anyone.
Auto drive now enabled.
It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome back
to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks
Auto drive now disabled.
ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose for that at all.
It's a blight.
They look promising.
Hey, do you think construction workers like this get a lot of work? Because, like, the city needs rebuilding, innit?
Oh, they have a beastly drone friend. I mean, the person looks efficient too. Occupation? Check. Drone? Check. This could be the one. Occupation? Check. Drone? Check. This could be the one.
They look promising.
Oh, they have a beastly drone friend. I mean, the person looks efficient too. Occupation? Check. Drone? Check. This could be the one. Oh, they have a beastly drone friend. I mean, the person looks efficient too.
They look promising.
Occupation? Check. Drone? Check. This could be the one.
Nice, no, asshole.
They look promising.
You look like you could stand up and fight for these streets.
Oh, you're DedSec. Good. I need help with something.
Maybe, if we're not too busy. What's up?
I got in some money trouble with Clan Kelly. Now they have me working off what I owe them. Only the debt is getting bigger, not smaller. If you can help me settle that, I'd appreciate it.
Alright. I'll tell my crew.
Not stand so close.
Clan Kelly will bleed our new friend dry if we don't do something. This particular construction site is a money laundering front for a Kelly chapter out of Camden Market. Any record of the debt would be stored there.
Got it.
Finding an alternative to centralised systems. It was kind of a
Auto drive now
countercultural
enabled.
punk ethos. The whole...
Look around! Keep your guard up!
I'll look this way.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
Oh, I can't wait to take this down.
Slip through the cracks!
Oh my days, look at this fucking setup. When did the Kellys get their shit together?
You're looking for a terminal or some kind of device that Clan Kelly would have stored the debt records on. Don't have the right tool for the job? You can exchange your gadget for a different one that's better suited to the situation. Right, you can erase all record of their debt, putting our new friend back into the black and, more importantly, out of Clan Kelly's reach.
Sick.
No point looking. No one's here. Guess this dickhead wants to play hide and seek. Drone, spread out and search.
Spy on someone else!
While the drones observing your every move might make you feel like you're living in a city-shaped prison, what's bad news for society is good news for DedSec. You can hack those nosy little buggers and use them to scout ahead. Ah, cannabis and fentanyl together at last through the miracle of genetics.
Shit, I've been going to the wrong parties.
Spread out. Find them. Drone, get searching.
Get looking. We don't have all day.
Let's make this quick, all right?
I only got a tongue lashing for losing another one.
Let's do this shit.
Let's fuck them up, fam.
You wanna fucking fight? You got one.
You made a huge fucking mistake.
This ain't gonna be easy.
You nasty old prick. This isn't.
Teammate is en route to hospital, where they'll be for the foreseeable future.
Make sure the treatment gets prioritized, Bagley.
While the drones observing your every move might make you feel like you're living in a city-shaped prison, what's bad news for society is good news for DedSec. You can hack those nosy little buggers and use them to scout ahead.
For something, don't get ready. Taking fire. I'm on the floor.
Checking it out. Yeah, I'm gonna move in for a peek.
Right, you can erase all record of that debt, putting our new friend back into the black and, more importantly, out of Clan Kelly's reach.
Nice.
They're all over me. You fucked with the wrong people.
Running for cover. Closing in.
Split up! Find them!
You have to fucking die!
Fuck's sake! They got away!
You're dead! No.
Transfer complete.
Your debt has been wiped clean. You don't owe Clan Kelly anything. Try to keep it that way, all right?
Really? That is a relief. I'm glad to see the rumors about DedSec are wrong. You are good people.
DedSec's always looking for more people. You interested?
Yes, I think we'll make a formidable team.
Seems your mate took quite a bashing and has wound up in hospital. They won't be available for some time. If you're feeling clever, you might consider recruiting a paramedic to the team. It's a brilliant way to shorten that hospital stay and get your teammate back online.
point of the distributed
Auto
ledger
drive now
is you're
enabled.
not trusting any one person to keep a track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even government.
Man, my knees
It
hurt.
doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of weird today to think of people not using cryptocurrency. It's so mainstream now. You know, I'm almost nostalgic for the feel of cash. Good old-fashioned paper and coins. First they changed the paper notes to plastic notes, and now it's just all digital. There's nothing to hold on to.
It was great just to be able to have a little bit of money to carry around with you.
I think the turning point in the UK really came a few years ago when the pound dropped 10% over just one season. People living off grid started using crypto, and just as everyone was losing faith in the pound, they were gaining it in cryptocurrency, which turned out to be much more stable. Kind of the opposite to what people thought in the beginning.
And then, of course, there was the recession. It didn't take long for startups to see an opportunity in this new way of doing finance. A lot of traditional money was converted to crypto.
Auto drive now
to shook up
disabled.
the financial sector.
Can you remember when they first introduced crypto cash points?
That was really sneaky. It was a classic startup behaviour. They just installed them everywhere. No consultation with the government, no approval or anything. But people immediately started to use them.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of how Bloom put out the Optic. They just made it free and flooded the streets with these devices. Suddenly everyone had them.
If there's this great option of tech, people are just going to start using it, no matter the cost.
Parliament actually tried to put a stop to the cash points, but people were using them so much already. There was outrage. I mean, some parts of London were already using crypto as their primary currency by then.
And now, apparently,
Unusual activity. Watch it!
It was definitely around here.
Kiss your tech goodbye.
No sign of suspect. Over.
All units, we are after the suspect.
Use a pursuit intervention technique.
Suspect is unsighted. Unsighted sweeping area.
Search units, disengage. This search is pointless.
DedSec resurgence have prompted Parliament to approve the use of lethal force for Albion contractors. CEO Nigel Cass had this to say.
DedSec terrorists will quickly find that Albion, unlike the police force of this city, is battle-tested and proven in the field.
The Prime Minister's office has called this shoot-to-kill mandate a drastic but necessary measure.
Ready to take the plunge?
London safe.
Here. This is for you.
This is a big decision. Once I join DedSec, I can't have a normal life anymore.
Nothing's normal when your government hires a PMC to fire on its own citizens.
I know things are bad, and I want to do something to help. I just don't know if I can walk away from my life.
The choice you have now is if you'll fight to protect what you care about.
Right. Okay. I'm ready.
Welcome to the Resistance.
Right. Welcome aboard, etc., etc. I'll give you the speech later. Right now, we need you and your big, strong drone friend to get on top of SRS HQ and steal a server. Think you can handle that?
I'm on my way.
This always bloody happens. Just calm down, please.
More badass folks like you should join us. If you know anyone.
Honestly, I'm just happy to meet some people as fucked up as I am.
Excellent.
Due to heightened criminal activity.
Try and be patient. It would be better if you could give him. I can't believe this was happening.
Building a resistance group requires operatives with specialized skills. Technical abilities, firearms handling, and physical training are all valuable. Bare-knuckle boxing rings are a good place to find people who are good at throwing punches, or taking them. By defeating each opponent in an arena, you'll have an opportunity to face its best fighter. Prove your physical superiority, and they may consider joining DedSec. I'm guessing that's some sort of primate society thing.
Auto Drive
Here's
now enabled.
disinformation and media expert Charles, who's seen free broadcasters built up by journalists and torn down by demagogues all over the world.
So before the media fragmented, there was this voice of authority that was trusted and
Hungry.
and
Could go for a
worthy of
burger right
trust.
now and the
Then what we
chucky
ended up with
milkshake.
is a really commercial model where whether you're talking about an app on a smart device or whether you're talking about a broadcaster, the most important thing was to keep you in that environment for the longest amount of time possible. And because that meant money in their pocket. And in order to do that, a couple of things happened. One was the use of manipulative techniques around behavioral economics, things that would just keep you scrolling or keep you listening or keep you looking for more information.
Big mistake, not test me.
Seems to me someone who works for Albion would have Albion credentials. Easier to infiltrate.
You have it?
I am here.
I'll highlight the server with the AR reconstruction software. It's out of reach, so you'll need to use a heavy cargo drone to steal it.
I've loaded the server into your vehicle. You can go now. Careful on the road. We don't want to damage the server.
I get the feeling Bagley is a bad influence. Adios.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
This will do. Remain in the area until I've downloaded enough data to the server. Download complete. I need a wider sample of data, so I'm pushing you the coordinates to a new location. This is brilliant. Look at this. It's compiling data from the surveillance infrastructure. Nearby CTOS drones, civilian optics, CCTV, and then it assembles those scraps into what happened in this location 24 hours ago. Fantastic.
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Alright, scraping data from optics, CTOS cameras, microphones, laptops. Say, do you reckon SRS uses this to watch people shag? Fucking hell, do they use it for anything but watching people shag?
I believe we're in trouble, Bagley.
Well, shit. Can you do anything to lose your new friends? Maybe invite them to a pottery night or overshare something personal. Whatever you do, just get to the last location in one piece.
Oh, for Christ. All right.
Transfer complete. I'm missing one last data set. Pushing you the coordinates to the location now.
What does everyone think? Do we need someone with a background in medicine on our team?
It's better than watching tutorials on how to suture your own wounds.
What's his story, Bags?
His network activity shows he's been trying to hack the National Health Service.
What sort of maggot hacks the NHS? Yes, let's destroy the last bit of integrity the country has left. Prat.
Oh no, a human hacker clumsily mucking about in a space he barely understands. Whatever will we do? Oh right, connect me to it and I'll sort it. Any hospital server will do.
Of course, easy peasy.
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Apprehend the suspect.
These bloody drones seem to fancy me.
Don't let the drones destroy the server before I'm done. Get out of the lorry and take care of them. Shoot them, throw rocks at them, destroy them psychologically with cyberbullying. Just keep them busy until the transfer's complete. I've got it. Now, we can't lug around this server forever. We should probably wipe our prints off it anyway.
Keep talking.
I'll overload the CPUs to cause a power spike and destroy the battery unit. The electromagnetic pulse should destroy both the server and the drones. So, you know, run!
Can't believe I made it out of that one.
Yes, we're all very impressed that I didn't kill you. But don't celebrate too long. New mission coming up.
Obviously, the end of the world, to make the places you want to stop people coming to as unpleasant as possible. So,
well, we absolutely are doing that, Andy.
Well, you know, fair play to the government for helping us with that. Another option, extend the White Cliffs of Dover. They've been resting on their laurels for too long. Very inefficient, it turns out.
I found a lead that may help us unravel more about Zero Day and the bombings we ate shit for. I've picked up an encrypted signal from the Tone conference site that's been broadcasting on a loop since the night of the bombing. Go investigate. You might even get to try out that fancy new AR tech we stole. I mean, creatively shared.
No, Andy, I didn't hear that one.
Boom. Set up, punchline. Classic. For those of you unfamiliar with it, the Immigration Processing Centre is, of course, where so many of our... guests to Britain go
Auto
for
drive
a
now enabled.
desirable game of involuntary hide and seek. You are listening to The Bug.
Are you ready for a new operation?
Good timing. Just lost a tail.
Do you require support?
Nah, they're long gone. Let's go.
Get over here right now. I think right.
Damn, this is... good.
No moving. Scam. Investigation.
The thing you're after is around here.
I haven't the foggiest right now.
There it is. You can hack in from there.
Humans is a crime. Albion is here for your safety.
Transfer complete.
So, what do we have, Bagley?
Oh, look at that. He hasn't been exploiting vulnerabilities at all. He's been patching them. Looks like our hacker's a grey hat.
Keep talking.
He's been particularly focused on exploits around the organ transfer list. Anyone who got their hands on these exploits would have a lot of control over that waiting list.
Sounds like something DedSec should look into. Bagley, set a meeting.
Auto drive now
I will
enabled.
conclude by saying, out of all the things wrong with Britain today, I think immigration is right up there, Alice. When you think of all the health...
Auto drive now disabled.
I'll go. You have crossed the line.
If you see something.
Had enough. How are you, man?
Deep breath.
I'm taking you in.
So, DedSec. Nice to meet one of you in the flesh.
Saw what you did at the hospital. Not bad.
Cheers, but it's not enough to stop the Kellys. They smuggled out hundreds of organs before I could close the exploit.
That's not good.
I'd steal back the organs myself, but I'm no match for those thugs.
Right. We'll handle it.
Cheers. Help me out and I won't forget it. One good turn deserves another.
Our grey hat has already worked out the smuggling ring's headquarters. I'm passing the details to your optic.
I'll have a look around.
Finish up. You've been activated.
Great. And I just reached what I call my flow state.
Will this make our life easier, or will it make it harder?
Oh, free stuff.
Affirmative. Control.
Auto drive now enabled.
Search the premises. We may have an intruder. Drone, initiate search protocol.
Auto drive now disabled.
I'm here. Good. The stolen organs should be in an ambulance on site. That's the vehicle you're looking for there.
You want me to bring the hammer down? I'm the hammer.
Creeper.
That's not a hammer! This is a hammer!
Dickhead, bro!
All right, behind the wheel. Now what?
You should take them to a hospital, obviously. Unless, of course, you want to become very good friends with a hungry dog.
Out rather than folding in on itself. Most of us just come here to visit our stuff in the museums.
It's the British way.
Speaking of international movement, Britain has recalled all European ambassadors after a spy scandal. I think this is probably a good thing, because British foreign politicians are always putting their foot in their mouths. How much worse can they do if they're not there? I mean, by definition, the fact that there's a spy scandal means that they were terrible spies. The point of spies is that there's never a spy scandal.
Yeah, but let's give credit to all the spies that haven't been in scandals and therefore might as well not exist.
Well, they've arrested those German spies in that SIRS crackdown on the illegals in Hackney, and I think that's a sad thing. I think I used to think of Germans as quite scary, but that was because I'd been watching World War II movies where the Germans all have English accents. They speak in that very, precise way. It's very, we have ways of making you talk. And now Germans all have that American accent where it's all like, oh, welcome to the party. We're having a really nice time. They're much friendlier Germans. Let them stay.
Well, that's all today, Bugsters. Remember, it's not as bad as it seems. Honestly.
Auto drive now disabled.
Until next time.
I wonder what the condo fees are on a place like this.
You're being followed. Try and lose them.
Auto drive now enabled.
Britain, this is the Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in return.
Let's smash lots of kids!
Good, you lost them.
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
Medicine shortages, according to the government. Now it's
Auto drive now enabled.
Allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news. Trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it.
Auto drive now enabled.
It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicines medicine. He can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast, and out tumbled a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retroviral
Auto-drive now disabled.
spermatotropic fruit pastels.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been given. I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
We can't be too far away from them just prescribing stiff upper lip like they do.
My uncle had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin because they said there was less of him to be diabetic.
So, anyway, people, don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity, it's Hippocratic humbug, it's nonsensical narcotic nincompoop. I think I've made the point. Do not believe the news telling you that we've run out of medicine, nor should you believe the empty shelves at the chemists. They're also lying. Do not believe your doctor saying, sorry, we're fresh out of that, you're going to have to eat a carrot and pretend. And do not believe your own cobweb-ridden medicine cabinet at home. It might look empty, but it's not, for it contains the only medicine any of us truly need. Stirring music, please, producer Chris. Freedom. The medicine of British freedom. And the analgesic knowledge that however ill you may be, we're keeping an eye on things for you.
I'm investing heavily in the placebo effect right now. You're listening to The Bug.
Obviously, I don't entirely mean that, because what is the first rule of the third millennium? If someone in power tells you something is fake news, what is it? Correct. A 110% cast iron, tungsten-coated, granite-scented, cosmically immutable, scientifically unarguable fact. But surely, Alice, the more important question for all these medicine freaks whinging on about feeling a bit poorly or having a fatal but curable illness and slowly dying unnecessarily is this. Do we actually need medicine? If you today got diagnosed with a potentially fatal illness, would you not look around at the nation that we've become and think, hey, Doc, put your life-saving treatment down. I'm going to take this free one-way bus out of here.
Auto-drive now disabled.
Until the twitching stops.
I just don't think we should think of it in such a negative way. Don't think of it as a medicine diet, and you think of it as a series of healthy lifestyle swaps. Swap out anti-inflammatories for antacids. Swap out the iron lung for the aluminium lung. Swap out MRI machines for Mary machines, which is just a lady called Mary telling you you're fine.
Obviously, critical shortages are as much part of our daily lives, our society and our culture today as things like football, music and complaining about the weather used to be in the old days. And, well, food shortages, yeah, we just learn to live with them, don't we? And there's a lot of positives as well with all these food shortages. I mean, we were eating too much anyway. As a nation, the government's just helping us live healthier lifestyles. It's so hard to diet on your own, isn't it? You need the support of a friend or a loved one or a government or collapsing social infrastructure. Positive too, meat, very bad for the environment. So we're actually rebuilding the polar ice caps every time we eat a scrap of lettuce. Positive three, the human race had already cooked all the recipes it needed. There was nothing more to be done with food. We've done that, we can tick it off, we've done it.
Yes, well done. I'll let the hospital staff know about this special delivery while you call our hacker friend.
All done.
Brilliant. Rich bastards don't deserve to get preferential treatment. That's not how things should work.
Why don't you join us? The Resistance is more fun than you'd think.
All right, mate. I'm in.
I hope this isn't a bad time, but we need your particular... a skill set for something.
All right.
Is that
Well, as you say, Andy, people are drawn to knowledge.
Boring, repetitive. There's enough of that in life as it is. You are listening to The Bug. Well, another story that has come to the
Auto drive now enabled.
recently is that all European imports have been banned for public health reasons, which is great news. I mean, at least we can get ill eating good home produce. Locally sourced British
Auto drive now
industrially unsafe
enabled.
food. That's something we can all cling to. Public health.
Now, this is interesting. There's a new optic patch tied to certain high points in the city.
Too healthy eating all that.
I don't think this was CTOS approved. I suggest reaching these spots to see what's been put in our optics.
That's all we need.
Auto drive now disabled.
Everyone round to Nigel's for dinner. Yum yum.
Who needs Italian olives when you can eat pickled rubber bands and a soup of regret? Who needs a nice cheese when you can eat a lukewarm, unspecified rat meat pie with 0 spices?
Sand, nettles, and bits of dead fox. That's all we needed to eat in the glory days. Let's make Britain great again. That's all from the bug today. Good night, sleep tight, and make sure the bed bugs do bite.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want. I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and girls at the Signal and Intelligence Response Service, better known as SIRS. Why not? They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everything. But don't worry, we're not going to say anything bad about a massive, unaccountable spy organisation who uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech. Instead, we're going to look at how SIRS became so powerful. And as usual, we'll keep everyone's names and locations secret, so SIRS doesn't come looking for them. Ian was a veteran political writer and podcaster back in the days of pre-crisis Britain.
Is the world we're living in now fascist? Well, this is what fascism is the
Auto
complete,
drive now.
total control of human
Auto drive now enabled.
Everything in your life matters. On an individual basis, you are now part of the whole, part of the nation. And the only meaning that you will find in your life is to become part of the nation. What is a nation? A nation doesn't mean anything, right? The nation is basically just encapsulated by the leader that takes over, that claims that he, has this sort of access to the soul of the country, to the soul of the people. He never does. It's just a myth. But that's what they go for. And on that basis, they take the right to control every aspect of your life, from who you talk to where you eat, to where you go to hang out with your friends. And what we're seeing now is a contemporary iteration of this process where you get corporations and the state operating in tandem, basically molded into one another. But that isn't that rare. I mean, it's sort of exactly the same thing in Nazi Germany. You look at the concentration camps that operated in Nazi Germany, there were private companies in those camps making use of that slave labor. Fascism often works with corporations, and it's doing the same now. That's the way
Auto drive now disabled.
That's the way in which they track what you talk to. They operate as each other's proxies.
Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media in post-communist states. How did it go so wrong in Britain?
We're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used and manipulated. And what we haven't looked at is power structures and the profit that lies behind it.
Oof, what a pit. This place used to be happening. Now it's just a reminder of what happened.
And yet all these months later, it's crawling with security. Suspicious, no?
You're a quick one. Hey, what's this thing I'm looking for, Bagley?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
Let's see what they see.
He's looking to automate our jobs, mate. This is no joke. Director Cass? You're serious? Who told you that? Friend over in R&D? The shit he's told me about background checks and knowing who's going to be useful to Albion, who's going to be a problem. You that worried about your job? This is a PMC. They already do background checks on all of us. Oh, you don't get it. He was talking about the general population, not just us employees. How bad is it that everyone has to be watched that closely?
Well, look around. It's fucking bad. And Cass is going to do what he has to keep it from getting worse. Suggest you do the same.
Do I have him out there? Focus. Focus. Yeah, they'll never see me coming if I'm one of them. Oh.
What in God's name?
This is it. The signal is coming from this Spiderbot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Yeah, it's been fucked up. What's it doing here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go.
I need to focus. One more time. Oh, it's too much. Deep breath. Try again.
One more data relay and I'll have it. That should do it. Now, I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... Got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Got it. This is good.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? What, think we'd go back here? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
That one twat was with Clan Kelly. Fucking gangsters did the bombings.
No, the Kellys aren't in this alone. I have done enough handoffs in my day to know when I see one.
Nah, there's no way this gal is with Clan Kelly. So what, does she run with Zero Day or something?
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Hey, who controlled that spider bot? Do you know, Bagley?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the Spiderbot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Wait, what? The feds watched all of this happen?
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Got some bag magic, cuz. Shrink me down quantum-like so I can slip through.
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but Spiderbots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Got it.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 Day signature.
There, hurry. We've got all the deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? Got it. We're all on need to know.
My days. 0 Day got multiple crews to do the bombings together.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. Zero Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction, but if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more. Tracing the Spiderbot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
What, so the cops knew it wasn't DedSec this whole time and didn't say nothing? Nah, that's some peak shit right there. We had a right to know.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Yep.
During the scan. Is that it, you piece of shit? Stop fucking over there.
I know, I told him that. Yeah.
Keep this up and you're as good as dead.
Auto drive now enabled. I feel like hope is an expensive thing to buy these days.
Right. I mean, is it all totally pointless? I mean, it can feel pointless, but then again, I've spent almost all of my life doing pointless things like watching sport, thinking about sport, thinking about watching sport, learning French and hoping for a better future.
Yep.
All completely pointless.
Just standing around
But yeah, I've done
like
them.
a
So we might
real
as well carry on.
arsehole.
Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Yes, I think there is. Unfortunately, what is that light? Is it an oncoming train? Well, no, it couldn't be. Obviously, that train would be late.
Auto drive now disabled.
Is the light at the end of the tunnel a burning effigy of the concept of hope? Quite possibly. Is it the...
Fuck me, Albion's taken over the station.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
I can't say I miss the cops, but I can't allow this Albion shit.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spiderbot will be further in.
Is this the same spider bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of spider bot from the Tone bombing site.
Well, can you do your, like, magic and find the last user?
Navigate the spider bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
On it.
Anything, we will contact you. Trust me. Now, is there anything else we can do? That's definitely something.
Strings on a puppet! What do... I gotta get out of here. Time for a little mind.
Just doing something. Bastard. Moron.
One more time. Oh, it's too much.
Good God! Shit! One of ours is down!
Focus on my voice. Don't worry, this will be quick.
Please, help!
Thanks for the help.
There we go. I think you just made a new friend. If Albion wanted to lock them up, they must be dangerous. And dangerous we can use.
Yeah,
That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spiderbot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the Sainsbury's. Well, who knows how long? When crime fighting streets like business, crime will never go away. Now we battle it, right? But no, our impact, our effort.
We're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
I got it.
Scanning Spybot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine, whatever.
The Spider-Bot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
This data's getting routed all over the city. But where do we go next?
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Ego of Nigel Cass that is now so big that
Auto
it's
drive now
sucked all the life
enabled.
of the universe into itself. I think that is most likely is that, but we'll never give up, Bug fans. This resistance will never die. But one day we will again be free. Free from these technological chains, free to choose our own futures, free to live our own lives, free to waste our time watching people bake cakes and dance badly again. Those were the days. Before we go, time for a quick bug off.
Auto drive now disabled.
This week, Sky and Arsenal here at the Bug. We are all in favour of strong, powerful women. And in many ways, Sky is the ultimate feminist icon, proving that women can do just as abominably awful things to this planet as men. I mean, overall, Alex, I think we're still ahead as men, but you lot are catching up. Fair play. Fair play. You are listening to the Bug.
Has Bloom been hacked? While Bloom has so far denied rumours that any data breach has occurred, millions fear they are soon to have their digital secrets exposed. Visit GBB for more on this.
The GPS history of the Spider-Bot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Good spot to do some secret shit.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Hope you can find me a way in, Bagley.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside.
I should keep looking. My days, you seeing this? It's like a secret cop bunker.
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
What I want to know is how they ended up at Tone.
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved. And they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these Immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her a white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Now you having a go? Albion are actually running with Clan Kelly. Like, for real?
It seems like 0 Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
Loads of people are disappearing every day. We need to end this for real.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
Please, help. No, what is this?
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's dead. Sec. This is kind of personal team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
Shit. Good thing is, at least he's in London. Nobody's taking deportees. But EPC? That's bad news, fam.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
Open your eyes.
There's someone here who fancies a chat. Pushing the coordinates now.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases centre around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
Let's find them then, yeah? Angel's in deep if Albion finds out he's dead sick. Time for a little mind. And I'm out.
Got Bagley summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
Keep this on the down low, yeah? Last thing I need is me being ID'd here.
No worries, I'll spoof. But come meet me on the rooftop. The only place here that doesn't smell like piss. Got some info for you.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right?
What's going on here?
This place is worse than a prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. But I'd rather stay and keep an eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while. Like now.
Fucking sickening, innit? Government's fine treating people like this. And if you happen to disappear in here, no one would know.
Yeah, well, people have been disappearing. Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up. No one ever properly leaves. And with the Kellys prowling around like fucking hyenas, I am not too optimistic about the people slipping through the cracks.
Fucking Mary Kelly, pagan of pagans. Got a nose in all the shit.
Truth. Now, about your missing guy. The best place to start would be the EPC database. They keep a record of everyone that comes in. And be careful.
Pushing the location of the EPC database on your optic. There will be a database here that we can search for evidence on Angel Lopez.
Glad I'm out there. You had enough?
Run a search. Make it quick. Give up. Give up now.
Keep your eyes open.
Go on, Bagley. Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labelled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez? Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. You think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I spill everything I know and what? You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the dams?
Fuck you. You're too pretty for that, mate. First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the four corners. I can take
Another
whatever
escape.
you've got.
I just thought keep it
almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
Shit. They knew he was DedSec the whole time. This doesn't look good for Angel.
The clinic keeps government service hours, which means it's closed. We'll have to find Angel the old-fashioned way and hack their CTOS hub. Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favor of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
Back to less talking, yeah?
I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Bloody brilliant.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's make a deal, yeah? And no people outside. Maybe I can help you out. Just let me out of here.
Procedures, Mr. Lopez. We'll have you out of here in a minute or two.
Fuck, what was that? They injected him with something. We gotta look closer.
Facial analysis matches for both. They're part of Mary Kelly's little pack. So, Inspector Lau was right after all. Clank Kelly and Albion are in bed together. What a shit orgy that would be. Microchips, coated with biocompatible glass to prevent rejection.
They put a fucking chip in his neck. For what? Surveillance, tracking?
No, these are more sophisticated. If I had to guess, I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown compound. Not the kind of thing you find at your local corner shop. I could reconstruct the path he took if you want to see how this cliffhanger gets resolved.
Stay on him. He might have escaped.
Fucker! Get it before he triggers! Getting away! Get after him!
Shit, they're catching up on him. Come on, Angel.
Fuckers!
Shit, he might make it.
Get fucked up! We don't have a match yet. She's gonna kill us.
No, it's fine. As long as he's not damaged, there'll be no waste. Demand's high with the new network.
Guess you're right. Let's tube him, get him in the van and out to the incinerator.
I wasn't expecting that. Looks like the chip weren't just any tracking thing.
The chip must have been triggered. I know the situation looks bad, but we need definitive proof of what happened to Angel.
We need to find him. See what they did to him. And what that fucking microchip is all about.
Seems like advanced technology for Mary Kelly and her band of thugs to be waving around. Could Mary be part of a scary dark web hacker group like, say, oh, I don't know, pick one, 0 Day?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your investigation algorithms for the moment, will you? Angel needs us.
The incinerator they mentioned is probably the Southwark incinerator. It's practically right around the corner.
Auto drive now enabled.